Hello everybody, and welcome to yet another Gay Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. In our last episode, Angelus and company broke into Arl Rendenhau's estate, which is actually the second time that Angelus has broken into the Arl's estate in Denerim, trying to rescue Queen Honora, which they managed to do. But unfortunately, in doing so, both Angelus and Alistair got captured and have been taken to the heavily guarded prison, Fort Drakon. And now it is up to Rory and Zevran to spring them out. Will they be successful? We shall see. Okay, guys, you two, you can do this. You guys can do this. Oh, key required. So there's no way Zevran's going to be able to get through there. Is there anything in here? Guess not. There's some guards up there. You know what? Wow, look at we've got all of this stuff. Well, I'm glad to see that all of our inventory transferred over. Okay.
State your business.
Let's let Roland bluff.
Good day. I'm carrying a special delivery for the captain.
I wasn't told about anything being shipped in today.
What? That's impossible. We signed the contract 2 months ago, and now you tell me I have to take it back?
Fine. Wait over there. I'll get the captain.
There. Not so difficult, was it? All right, what's this about? A delivery, for which I have still not been paid, by the way. No one told me about any deliveries today. I cannot imagine why not. Surely your commanding officer informs you whenever he is having items of a personal nature delivered to him. What is... No, I don't want to know. Go on in.
I love that. Items of a personal nature. That's perfect, Zevran. This is the part of the game which I think this is the most hilarious part of the game. Some of the best dialogues and scenes comes from the people that end up trying to rescue Angelus from Fort Drakon. And it changes. This scene changes depending on which two characters you decide to bring on. And the main reason why I brought... This isn't even the funniest group to bring to help free Angelus. I just wanted to choose Zevran and Rory because I thought it made sense for this particular story that, you know, Rory and Zevran probably would be the people that would be coming to Angelus' rescue. But people have recorded all of the different combinations and all of the varying methods, because each pair of characters has their own unique story and their own unique method of how they talk their way into Fort Drakon. And like I said, it is some of the most hilarious things in the entire game. I will put a link on the bottom to the videos that shows all of the different combinations and the results of the combinations, because it's really entertaining to watch. I definitely recommend seeing them all, because even to this day I'm literally falling off of my chair at how humorous the whole thing is. But anyway, we will continue on.
Go on in. Don't dawdle.
Don't mind if I do.
Be on your business.
Zev, can you take care of this chest? Good. Hello, Captain.
Be on your business.
Alright. That's fine.
Perpetual sacrifice pray for us. Sing our names to them. Oh, I didn't see you standing there. May I help you?
Let's have Zevran lie to her.
Oh, no, I was just looking for the captain. I beg your pardon, Mother.
He's down at the other end of the hall, my child.
Well, thank you. Zevran's very good at lying his way through things, so we'll keep that in mind as we continue on. Ballistas?
Did you hear that Tairn Howe was murdered?
I think that's a new record, even for an Arl of Denerim. Didn't he only hold the title for 10 days?
I heard the Chantry was offering to pay anyone who'd come to the funeral. Not even his own kin will make the trip for it.
Whatever you want, go talk to the sergeant.
To the sergeant? Oh, Sergeant Tana.
We may want to rethink this.
Yeah, probably. We could use the ballistas to set a diversion, but let's try to talk to the sergeant first.
State your business.
Let Zevran try to talk her into leaving.
This is a crime.
What?
For a young woman in the prime of her life to waste away. I suppose there is some comfort in the knowledge that you sacrifice your youth and beauty, the best years of your life, for your kingdom, but it seems such a loss.
I hadn't really thought of it like that.
How noble! To sacrifice the pleasures of life so others might enjoy them. Your idealism is impressive.
You know, you're right. 3 Saturnalias in a row, they've stuck me on barracks duty. 3! I'm going to live my life before it's too late. Let somebody else guard their stupid door.
Well played, Zevran, well played. Rory's
What do you need, my dear?
Rory, Angelus isn't around here. Who are you calling my dear? Because it's certainly not Zevran.
Be careful. I don't think we can handle the situation in a diplomatic way anymore.
Ooh. Well, that's just fine by me.
Intruders!
Okay, let's see if we can control Rory. No.
Kill
War
them all!
crime. There we go. Shield bash.
Disgusting creatures!
Overpowered.
This really gets the blood
Where do
pumping.
these creatures come from?
Killing yourself would have more dignity, no?
Come on, Rory.
Cut them down!
There we go. Do I have all of my abilities on my... Let's see, I just want to make sure I have... Well... Let's see... I think all of my powers should have automatically ended up... Yeah, Assault... No, we don't have Assault down here. Not all of our abilities. Let me just move these. Assault, Overpower... We've got Shield Pummel... We've got, yeah, Shield Expertise, Shield Wall, these are all moves, Shield Balance. We've got Shield Cover, Shield Tactics, Shield Mastery, okay. And Disengage. And sufficient stamina, that's fine. There we go.
Right away.
I love this game.
Good stuff. I think Rory and Zev make a good team. Rory tanks while Zevran
Very well.
dishes him out from behind.
Of course. Consider it done.
Alright. Let's see. Angelus is that way. Probably should go this way first then. Uh-oh. Jailers! Assault. And battery.
Get them!
Good stuff, Rory.
I still remember my
Get him,
first
Zev.
battle. Such fun! Too slow.
Awesome.
Got one!
By the way, it is possible for you to completely skip over this part in the story if you manage to take down Sir Cauthrian at the Arl's estate. It's very hard to do that, but it is possible to do that. And like I said, if you manage to take down Sir Cauthrian, you won't get captured, and you will never go through this, Fort Drakon scenario, which I would probably never do. Why would you skip this scene? It's so fun. It's fun. It's, like I said, in my opinion, the most hilarious scene in the entire game, especially depending on which companions you decide to bring to make the rescue. So I never, if I actually did come close to defeating Sir Cauthrian, I would just die on purpose, because it's just so much entertaining to go through this.
Right away.
And I think it adds much more to the story, knowing that Angelus got captured and your warden got captured and you have to rescue them.
I'm on it. Consider it done.
Salt. Yeah, swing, Rory. Good job, Zevran. There they are. Rory's like, huh, there's Al and Angelus, almost butt naked, locked in the same room.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
Oh wait, the jailer probably has the key. Yeah, key to the cell doors. And there's a chest here I missed. Which, I don't know if I actually got anything out of it.
Praise the Maker, you are alive and well. I was so worried. Just look at the torture racks down there. To think one of those poor souls could have been me.
Ah, my dear Warden. Did you miss me?
Thanks for rescuing us, guys. Rory made a comment about one of those souls could have been me, because it's a play on, if you noticed, in the previous episode when they had that cinematic, when you first see Fort Drakon, there's a bunch of dead bodies that you see on the racks, and one of the dead bodies is, in the vanilla game, technically Sir Gilmore. It's technically Sir Gilmore in the vanilla game. I don't know if you guys caught that. And we've pretty much confirmed that that is Sir Gilmore, at least in the vanilla game, because if you did change, if you did mod Sir Gilmore's appearance, then that same body's face also changes appearance as well. So that pretty much confirmed that that actually is Sir Gilmore. But since I'm using the Sir Gilmore mod, Sir Gilmore is alive and well, and that body just happens to be someone who looks a lot like Rory. So in this story's canon, Rory's fine, and I think the people who wrote that line was writing it specifically because, because of what we saw in that cinematic.
Of course, yes.
Okay. So nice of Zevran and, Alistair Zevran and Rory to bring their clothes too. I mean, oh gosh. Yeah, I think, yeah, this is the rack that we were looking at, and I think if you look right there, that does look like Rory. But it's not Rory. It's someone who looks like Rory. It's not Rory. So, let's continue on. Might as well, disturb the rest of the Fort Drakon while we're here. I mean, they threw us in here, so we're gonna ransack the place. Might as well, especially since there's 4 of us now. Oh, okay. We got a weapon stand, and we've got a wooden crate. Good. Moving right along. See what else we can get from here.
Right away.
We're not even going to be stealthy about it. We're just going to attack.
This is like a bad adventure story.
This should be easy.
Perfect. Oh, we got Alistair up front. That's okay. There's a lot of red in here.
Of course.
We've got an intruder.
And now you fall down and bleed to death.
Yes, that's right.
Where do these creatures come from?
Barrel. Iron ring. And a door that we can't go through.
Tell me, and it will be done.
Greenstone. More behind
I'm
this
on
door.
it.
Intruder in the fort!
Watch out!
To arm!
Armed and dangerous. Ready for action. Is that all you've got?
Shall we compete for points?
Get him, Angelus. We're gonna need Zevran for this.
This won't take long.
Got a mace.
On it.
And the key to the front hall door. We might be able to put that into good use. I think we searched everywhere else. Alright, let's get out of here, folks. See, it's short and sweet. It's not that long of a scene at all, so I wouldn't skip it if I were you. Not that you could do it that easily, but... Oh, and everyone's cleared out of here.
What do you... Wait. You don't belong in here. Gods!
Whoops!
This won't take long.
Sorry, man.
As you wish.
You know, since you opened your big mouth.
Killing no shame.
Key to the front hall door. We're not gonna bother. Angelus isn't gonna bother the sister.
What the?
Oh. Sorry, guys. I know you're just doing your job, but, you know, sorry.
Nice swing.
Come, you can do better than that. Let's get started.
There you go.
And stay down.
Alright, mission accomplished. Angelus and Alistair have left the building, or are about to leave the building. Once we get out of these...
Your wish?
Yes, once we get whatever's in these chests. Okay. Oh, good, good, good. Zev and Rory, you did your
As
job
you like.
beautifully. Let's go back to the Arl of Redcliffe Estate. Good. I've had enough of Fort Drakon. Okay, we are nearing the end, folks. We're very close. We've still got a bunch of other side quests to do, some DLC that I need to take care of as well. So, we'll do all that. Good, good, good. Thanks for helping me out, Zev.
You know, I could get to like this. Your wish?
You are awesome, Zev.
Is it true that the...
So many visitors, so many chamber pots to clean.
Alright, let's go see how the Jarl and the Queen and all those people are doing. Oh, Rory, my hero.
What can I do for you, my love?
Well, I should probably first ask, how are you feeling about Howe's death, my love?
On the one hand, I feel relieved. I know he won't hurt anybody else. On the other hand, I still have nightmares sometimes. There are memories of him I can't forget, of what he has done. My memories will haunt me forever.
He was a monster.
I think that's the word that best describes him. He tortured many others. I'm not even sure he had any reason to do so. Were they all political enemies? Surely the children of the castle were not.
Oh man, he even tortured and killed the children. Will you be okay?
In time, I hope. With everything that has happened, I'm beginning to doubt myself. I never doubted myself before. I knew right from wrong. Law, morals, duty, loyalty. All how changed that. I understand now why we are vengeful. I see the grey area of our feelings. Every time I take my sword, I wonder if my strike is righteous, or if my feelings are clouding my judgment.
My love, you are a good man. Never doubt that.
Thank you, my love. I will be fine. I just need to find myself again.
Don't worry, I'll be here. I will be here all throughout that process.
What can I do for you, my love?
I will not leave you, Rory, don't worry. Tell me about your travels.
My travels? Well, I don't think there's so much to tell. I traveled with the regiment, mostly, and always to accompany the Tern. I've been to Denerim several times, Redcliffe, but I must say that it's not only the places we travel to that I enjoy. It's the travel itself, the landscapes, the fresh air, the wind on my face, making camp and sharing laughs with my friends.
We do that now, right?
Well, we do. But traveling in times of peace is so much better. You come across working peasants with happy faces, caravans full of goods. Not to mention that the fresh air on our faces does not carry the scent of death. In any case, I do appreciate our moments of calmness.
Well, that's good, Rory.
What can I do for you, my love?
I just needed to... Since we've been in jail, well, I've been in jail, I figured... Yeah. It's time for us to make out in the closet, apparently. Okay. I'll see you later, Rory.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Indeed. We have been praying for your safe return, Warden.
I think I've seen as much dungeon as I ever want to.
I can believe it. Though I'm afraid if we do not act quickly to erode Logain's support, we may all be seeing a great deal of Fort Drakon in the future.
Well, what happens now?
We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
Can he still take the throne without you?
Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, But if my father says the Grey Wardens are the who announced me to my father's most trusted lackey, did the...
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake Howe is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Howe and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Howe's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. But you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
And just how are you stronger?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough. And decent. But even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
That's true.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
She makes a very valid point. She makes several valid points. You know, I think Angelus kind of likes Honora.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
I think that I think that Honora is the kind of person who gets things done. I love that line when she says, "Who do you think has been ruling Ferelden for the last 5 years? Kaelin?" Because I believe it. I believe that she probably was the person, you know, the woman behind the man who was kind of pushing all the buttons, I guess, behind the scenes. I can see that with Honora. She just has this... She just strikes me as a very strong woman who I think would lead the country very well. And I think Angelus kind of sees that too. As much as he loves Alistair, Honora, she seems to take her position as queen seriously. And, you know, if she ends up becoming the ruler for Ferelden, I think Angelus is comfortable with that, comfortable with the thought. And why do you think she's trouble?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
One thing that Angelus doesn't, one thing he doesn't agree with Arl Eamon with is Arl Eamon seems to think, it almost seems like Arl Eamon wants Alistair to be the king just because he has the royal blood, just because he's the son of King Merrick. It has nothing to... It might have partially to do with believing that Alistair might be a decent king, but I think more so than not, Arl Eamon seems to care more that he is the heir, which is a traditional thing to do, but I don't know. If you look back, Angelus is remembering what's going on with the dwarves in Orzammar and how you had Harrowmont Lord Harrowmont, and then you had Prince Balin, who was the heir to the throne by blood after the previous Dwarven king died. But just because he is, related to the previous king, just because he's the son of the previous king, does not necessarily mean that he's the best candidate to be the next ruler. Obviously, you can make arguments for and against why Harrowmont is better or Balin is better, but I think Angelus, like I said, he's not a human, he's an elf. His culture's a little bit different, and he understands that there are kings, and traditionally, when a king dies, the eldest son becomes the next king. But let's be honest here, let's be realistic now. That does not necessarily mean that the son just happens to be the best candidate for the king. And maybe it's not supposed to be about who would be the best candidate. Maybe it should be about blood, but Angelus doesn't necessarily agree with that. So I think Angelus doesn't really understand why Arl Eamon is so against Queen Anora being the next ruler of Ferelden, because she already is the queen. And if she has been ruling Ferelden for the last 5 years, and it hasn't fallen into complete disarray under her rule with King Kaelin, there's no reason to necessarily believe she's gonna, F up the rest of her rulership if she rules in Ferelden. I don't know. That's just what I think is going through Angelus's mind. Well, to be honest, Arl Eamon, as much as I love Alistair, I think Anora would make a better ruler than him.
Anora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood.
You see?
We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
You see, I don't like that. Arl Eamon just completely verified what I just said. Well, she might be a more capable ruler, but she doesn't have royal blood. And to put it bluntly, Angelus thinks that's total BS. Total BS. It shouldn't matter in his mind that she doesn't have the royal blood and Alistair does. If Angelus believes that Anora will be a better ruler and is more capable, then that's who should be the next ruler of Ferelden. And I think Arl Eamon is a little too old-fashioned and traditional to see past that. Maybe Alistair should marry Anora? I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know if Angelus would even think to I doubt that Angelus would even think to suggest such a thing. Why? Because at the very beginning of his story, at the Elven origins, Angelus was being forced, against his will, to marry someone he didn't love. And I don't think Alistair particularly loves Anora. It would be wrong for Angelus to force him to do that. So, because Angelus knows what that's like, and he knows that for him it wasn't right, and he's not gonna make his best friend Al marry someone he doesn't love. So no, I don't think Angelus is even gonna remotely even consider suggesting this. Alistair doesn't really know the first thing about being king. I feel bad that I keep saying this, but I think it's true, and I think Alistair agrees with me. I don't think any of this stuff Alistair would necessarily, be against what I'm saying. Alistair doesn't really know the first thing about being a king.
No, I don't, which I've told both of you on many occasions. If Anora's turned against Loghain, I say let her keep the crown.
Yeah, see?
It looks better on her anyway.
You're both wrong.
What?
With a few months of experience, Alistair will make a fine king. He knows how to lead troops to defend his land. He knows how to stand and fight for justice. He knows how to show compassion to those less fortunate, and how to trust to the Maker's guidance to know right from wrong. And he knows who to turn to for aid, should that training fail him. He will be fine.
Okay, alright. I mean, I agree with that. I know that Alistair has a lot of great qualities that would make him a good ruler. But I think that he would need in order for him to be effective, he needs more than just that. He needs the backing of someone like Honora. He needs someone like Honora as a partner to rule, which sounds like Ferelden would be best off if they did marry. But again, Angelus is looking for the best interest of Alistair, not necessarily the best interest of the country, especially since, again, even if it was best for Ferelden to have both Honora and Alistair as king and queen, he doesn't think that it would be horrible for Ferelden if Honora stayed as the sole leader, as queen. I don't think he thinks that the whole nation will fall apart. And if the whole nation won't fall apart, then he's gonna look after Al. He's gonna look after his best friend and what he wants, and not necessarily what is best for the country. I mean, ideally, it'd be great if Alistair wanted to do what's best for the country, but that's Alistair's decision, not Angelus' decision. I think Angelus is getting a little sick and tired of everyone. I mean, it's not that he doesn't like making all these decisions, but it's just every single person wants him to make every single big decision, and it's like, it's Alistair's life. He should decide. He should dictate what he's going to do with his life.